I'm going to do his IA then, since he's down there for the child support. This is 19 CF 13931. Mr. Harris was arrested for possession of a controlled substance. Mr. Simmons, I'm going to appoint your office to represent him.
It appears that he already has a private attorney.
Okay.
I'll stand in front of the microphone to address, Your Honor. Sorry
Thank
about
you.
that. I was told by my notes that he does have a private attorney already, Your Honor.
Sure. Not on this case.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That he's downtown court. That's what it was. You're right, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right. So I'm going to appoint your office to represent him. And I'm assuming then you'll be in touch, but I'm going to release Mr. Harris on his own recognizance.
ROR in this case, and
Yes.
he's downtown on the contempt of court on the child support, right?
Right, so he'll
Gotcha.
be released when he gets back. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Daweed Hedrington.
Mr. Hedrington, you were here in 19 CF 13934. You were arrested for robbery, sudden snatching, and possessing the identification of another. There's probable cause for both of the offenses. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond on count 1 is $1,000 and your bond on count 2 is $100. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Here you go, sir.
Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Mary McCarthy,
Ms. McCarthy, this is 19 CF 13955. You were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for sale and delivery of methamphetamine and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. I will appoint the public defender to represent you.
okay.
Your bond on count 1 is $1,000. Your bond on count 2 is $150. Thank you, ma'am.
You dropped your bond on the second count, $1,000.
Good, thank you.
Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Dylan, right?
Ms. Wright, you are here in 19 CF 13867. You were arrested for battery on a law enforcement officer. There is probable cause, and I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $1,000, ma'am. Thank you.
Your Honor, is there any chance of ROR on this case?
No, she has 4 prior failures to appear, so I'm not going to release her on her own recognizance.
All right. That's private, that's big.
Do I have to do this? Good morning, Mr. Bigney. Are you there?
I am. Good morning. Thank you for taking my case by phone this morning.
Sure, no problem. I'm going to call the case. It's 19 CF 12798. Sir, tell me your name, please.
Emmanuel Kazoo Jr., ma'am.
Okay. And your attorney's appearing by phone this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
David Bigney on behalf of Emmanuel Kazoo.
Thank you. Mr. Kazoo, you were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for vehicular homicide, failure to render aid, leaving the scene of a crash with serious bodily injuries, 2 counts, and reckless driving with serious bodily injury. Mr. Bigney, did you want to be heard with respect to bond?
I did. I'm not going to make any arguments as it relates to probable cause. I believe a judge has already signed off on that.
Correct.
With reference to the bond, assuming I have the most recent copy of the bond schedule, I think that the standard bond on a vehicular homicide is $5,000, and the subsequent offenses anywhere from, depending on the charge, $150 down to $100. So we just asked for the standard bond on those, assuming, of course, that I'm correct.
State.
That is correct with bond schedule, Your Honor. However, we would ask that the court take into consideration his criminal history. This defendant has 12 felonies, 22 misdemeanors, and 2 failures to appear. battery, number of driving on suspended license, leaving the scene of an accident, fleeing and attempting to elude, all are part of his conviction, criminal history, not the arrest, just the convictions that he has. Based on that information, I think a $5,000 bond is kind of low based on the criminal history, the facts of the case. We would ask for at least a $10,000 bond on count 1. No objection to leaving to treating counts 3 and 4 as subsidiaries at $150, and then leaving count 2 at the $15,000. Bond schedule does say 5,000 on count 1.
I'm gonna set bond on count 1 at $15,000. Bond on count 2 will be $150. Bond on count 3 will be $150, and bond on count 4 will be $150. Mr. Sezu, you're not to have any contact with any of the witnesses in this case. You're not to have any contact with either of the victims' families. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're also not to drive without a valid driver's license.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Bigney?
No, thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your flexibility with the phone call.
Sure, okay. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. And then, are we gonna hear, Mr. Fullwider's case?
Yes, Judge.
No, okay. Oh. Yes, I did. Thank you. Yep. There we go. All right, this is case number 19 CF 13910, Brian Fullwider.
Yes, Judge. Chris Cagle on behalf of Mr. Fullwider.
Good morning.
Good morning. My understanding is that these are all punishable by life offenses, so I believe that we would need to reset this in front of Judge Barber at a later time.
Okay, so you're not asking the state to
Not at this point,
present
Judge.
anything at this time?
No.
Okay, so then I'll continue to hold Mr. Fullwiler at no bond as to each of the counts, and you can have the hearing set downtown.
Very well.
We did have some other conditions.
Yes, and Ms. Fryer, I'm sorry, did you want to be heard as well?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you. Elizabeth Fryer on behalf of the victim in this case, under Marcy's law. That if bond is ultimately granted, of course, the traditional no contact, we'd also like Reverend Fullwider to be precluded from leaving the jurisdiction of the state of Florida. And additionally, we'd like him to self-fund GPS monitoring.
And Judge, I've spoken with my client about those issues, and they would not be a problem.
Okay.
And Your Honor, we also like no contact with the victim, no contact with any minor children under age 18. I said I didn't know if he had children. If he does, no unsupervised contact with his children if he does have them. They're under age 18. No alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no weapons.
Okay. Mr. Cagle, does your client have children of his own that are minors?
Not that are minors.
Okay, all right. So I won't do anything related to monetary bond today, but in terms of the conditions, sir, you're not to have any contact with any children under the age of 18. You are not to leave the state of Florida. You are, if you are granted bond, you are to self-fund GPS monitoring. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances. You are not to have any contact with the victim in this case or her family. Have I missed any of the other standard conditions?
Surrender passport within 48 hours if he is so released.
Mr. Fullwider, do you have a passport?
Yes.
Okay, so you will need to surrender that, I'm gonna say within 24 hours of your release if you are granted a bond. Have I covered all of the conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else, Mr.
all I-
Cagle?
that's all I
Okay.
have, Judge. Thank you for
All
your
right,
time.
You're welcome, thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
With that though, I think that would ultimately have to be worked up if Judge Barber grants him a bond.
Comments by y'all?
Thank you.
Okay, well, we'll let them address it then.
I'm very engaged in the Carter.
Thank you so much, yes. Okay. Do you want me to go over them again? You think you got it? That's right. Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Natasha Anderson.
Ms. Anderson, you are here because you failed to appear in 19 CF 4208. You failed to appear for pretrial conference on September 25th of this year. At this time, ma'am, your release has been revoked. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. You'll have to get in contact with your attorney to see if they can get you a bond motion filed.
Your Honor, after speaking with my client, she says that she was actually in Orange County Jail on the date that the FTA appeared. I was wondering if we could address that while we're here.
Sure, we can try to confirm that. Jenny, could you look for me and see if she was here? The date of the FTA was September 25th of this year.
She was booked in on the 24th, so it was right before the day before.
But she was in custody then?
She was in custody.
Okay. Who's Division 14?
Judge Young.
Judge Young, okay. So what I'll do, so Judge Young issued this capias, I'm gonna send him an email, let him know that you were here. Because I don't know if he was aware of that information when he issued the capias or not. I don't know if he would find that to be a willful failure to appear or not, because he's the one who issued that, so I will send him an email and let him know that. And ask him if he's okay with me modifying the capias at this time, okay? And then we can just readdress it, hopefully second session, he'll have an answer for me and he'll respond. All right? Was she booked in on a new law offense?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I think that's retail.
Yes, it will.
I'll readdress it in second session. Okay. Do you want me to? Good morning, your name?
Noel Ballestas.
Sir, you're here in 19 CF 13919. You were arrested for aggravated battery. There is probable cause. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. You're not to have any contact with Luis Garcia. You're not to possess any weapons or any firearms, and your bond, sir, is $3,500. Thank you. Good morning, your name?
Kyler Bigelow.
Mr. Bigelow, you are here in several cases, and I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in each case. You've got 19 CF 13950. You were arrested for being the principal in the first degree to sale and delivery of cannabis and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Your bond on count 1 is $500. Your bond on count 2 is $150. You have 19 CF, and these are all pursuant to probable cause warrants. You also have 19 CF 13951. You were arrested for sale and delivery of cannabis greater than 20 grams and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Your bond on count 1 will be $500. Your bond on count 2 will be $100.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I missed count 1.
500?
500. Thank you.
You're welcome. And 19 CF 13952. You were arrested for solicitation to sell or deliver cannabis and principal in the first degree to sale and delivery of cannabis. Bond on count 1 is $500. Bond on count 2 is $100. I believe those are all the cases, sir. Thank you. Good morning, your name?
Robert Boyd.
Mr. Boyd, you're here in 19 CF 13673. You were arrested for grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle pursuant to a probable cause warrant. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You're not to return to Prince Contracting at 7600 South Kirkman Road. Your bond is $1,000, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, your name?
Cody Brady Crafton.
Mr. Crafton, this is 19 CF 13878. You were arrested for burglary of a conveyance, grand theft third degree, and dealing in stolen property pursuant to a probable cause warrant. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You're not to have any contact with Nathaniel Melendez. You're not to return to 1556 Blackwood Avenue. Your bond on count 1 is $1,500. Your bond on count 2 is going to be $150. Your bond on count 3 is $150.
That's what it came in at. Okay.
Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Shaquila Broughton.
Ms. Broughton, this is 19 CF 13932. You were arrested for principal in the first degree to robbery. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You're not to have any contact with Gemma Caraban or with your co-defendant Kenneth Johnson. You're not to possess any weapons or any firearms. Your bond is $1,000, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brown was a bond.
You bonded?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Jeffrey Carnes, refusal.
Okay. I'm going to find a waiver of Mr. Karn's appearance based upon his refusal to come to court in case number 19 CF 13851. He was arrested pursuant to a probable cause capias for the offenses of burglary of a dwelling, 3 counts, and petty theft. He is not to return to 1825 Thor Avenue or have any contact with Molly and Harold Jackson. His bond on count 1 is $5,000. His bond on count 2 is $5,000. His bond on count 3 is $5,000. His bond on count 4 is $150. Oh, and yes, I will appoint your office, Mr. Simmons, to represent him. Thank you. Good morning, your name?
Ruben Curtis.
Mr. Curtis, this is 19 CF 4234. You failed to appear for case management conference on September 18th of this year. Your bond is set at none. I'll appoint the public defender in both cases if they were not previously appointed. You also failed to appear in 19 CF 3893 for case management conference on August 12th of this year. Your bond in that matter is set at none. You'll have to get in touch with your lawyer to file a bond motion in the respective division, sir. Thank you.
And Your Honor, he's requesting if there could be a bond on the failure to appear, but it's our policy that he needs to go to the judge that he failed to appear.
Correct. So the law actually does not allow me to modify a capias that another judge has issued. Okay, so you have to have your lawyer file a motion. Thank you.
Here's some information. Call us, okay.
Good morning, your name?
Dustin Donahue.
Mr. Donahue, you are here in 19 CF 13953. You were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for the offense of sale and delivery of methamphetamine. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $1,500. I'm not going to take any action on the out on bond case due to the alleged offense date being prior to the date of arrest on the out on bond case. What?
I believe there's a second case, Your Honor.
Is there?
954 and 953.
Did I miss it? 953 and, oh, here we go, 19 CF 13954. That's also a sale and delivery of methamphetamine pursuant to a probable cause warrant. Your bond on that matter, sir, is $2,500. I'll appoint the public defender as well, and the offense date of this is 8/1, so I'll take no action.
Different.
Still take no action.
And the two cases were different offense dates, so no chance of subsidiaries on this?
No.
Understood.
Thank you.
Yes, you have a motion. 1,500 and 2,500 Your Honor, he's requesting if you could lower the bonds, the 2,500 or the 1,500, is that possible?
I don't know. I don't have any information before me to determine whether or not it should be lowered or not.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good morning. Your name?
Good morning. Javon Mitchell.
Mr. Mitchell, this is 19 CF 11528. You were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for the offense of aggravated battery with a weapon. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You're not to have any contact with Nico Mitchell. You're not to possess any weapons or any firearms. Your bond is $3,500, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Antonio Murphy is mental health.
All right, we'll reset Mr. Murphy's case. Mr., well, he has reporting requirements, so he probably needs to see the judge. Good morning, your name?
Jermaine Robinson.
Pardon me?
Jermaine Robinson.
Ms. Stacy Provide.
Yes.
Behavior.
Okay.
Is that the Jane Doe?
Yes.
What's her name, I'm sorry?
Stacy Pravat. It's a battery on a law enforcement officer. I'm gonna find a waiver of her appearance based upon her behavior and inability to attend court. I'm appointing the public defender. This is 19 CF 13922. She was arrested for battery on a law enforcement officer. There is probable cause. Her bond is $2,500. And what about Manuel Rodriguez? Refusal. Okay. I'm going to find a waiver of Mr. Rodriguez's appearance based upon the refusal to come to court in 19 CF 6165. Appoint the public defender if not previously appointed. This is a failure to appear for a pretrial conference on August 27th of this year. Bond is set at none.
Two cases.
And yes, there is 18 CF 12255, Manuel Rodriguez. It's another failure to appear, and I'm waiving the appearance based upon the refusal to come to court. And it's a failure to appear for pretrial on August 21st. Bond in that matter is set at none. And Mr. Robinson, is that right? Okay, sir, thank you. Mr. Robinson, you, sir, are here in 19 CF 11462. You were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, possession of cocaine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Appointing the public defender to represent you. Your bond on count one, sir, is going to be $2,500. Your bond on count two is 100, and your bond on count three is 100. Thank you.
And Your Honor, just as a heads up, we're gonna have a PC challenge on this case.
On this one, okay. And this is 19 CF 13911. Tell me your name, please.
Sanadu Spencer.
Okay. Mr. Simmons, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor, we believe that there's not probable cause in the affidavit as it is written within the four corners of the document. It's not clear how the police narrowed down their investigation to my client as a suspect. It does say Spencer was searched, but it never says why he was searched, how he was ID'd. There's no show up, there's no lineup, there's no description of the clothing, nothing like that. And the AV never ID'd him. So at this point, we would say no probable cause within the affidavit, Your Honor. Also, the stolen phone was not found on my client at the time he was searched.
State?
Our statement argument was that the officer spoke to the victim. The victim stated he had been stabbed. He said he was attacked by a black male, later identified as Mr. Spencer. As the officer is going through, and obviously the officer was not a party to what happened. The officer is being retold the story by the victim, who says Spencer got upset with Howard and took out a silver knife, kitchen knife, from his purse and stabbed Howard in the hand. I believe based on that information, Your Honor, there is probable cause. If Your Honor does not find probable cause, state will request 24 hours. Even though state believes there is.
I do find that there is probable cause based upon the information in the affidavit. There's enough information that a reasonable person would conclude that a crime had been committed and that it was committed by Mr. Spencer. You are not to have any contact with Rashad Howard. You're not to possess any weapons or any firearms. I'm going to set your bond at $1,500. Thank you.
And no action on
Your Honor, he also has the.
Oh, I'm not taking any action on 19 MM 3499. Good morning, your name?
Shane Stevenson.
Mr. Stevenson, this is 19 CF 13956. You were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for sale and delivery of cannabis greater than 20 grams. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you on all your cases this morning. Your bond is going to be $250. 19 CF 13956. There's 19 CF 13958. You were arrested for sale and delivery of cannabis greater than 20 grams pursuant to a probable cause warrant. Your bond is going to be $250. You have 19 CF 13960. You were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for sale and delivery of cannabis greater than 20 grams. Your bond's going to be $250. Thank you, sir. Good morning, your name?
Bryant Evelyn.
Mr. Devlin, is that right?
Yes.
Mr. Devlin, this is 18, well, this is actually an out-of-county warrant. You, from Seminole County, Florida, related to possession of MDMA and retail theft. It looks like it's related to a violation of probation. Your bond is set at none, sir. Seminole County is going to come and pick you up, and you'll see a judge when you get there.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Joseph Echevarria.
Mr. Echevarria, this is an out-of-county warrant from Seminole County related to a violation of probation on a felony battery matter. Your bond is set at none. Seminole County is going to come pick you up, and you'll see a judge when you get there.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Mark Embry.
Mr. Embry, you are here also for an out-of-county warrant from Sarasota County, Florida, related to a violation of probation on a home invasion with a firearm. Your bond is set at none, sir. Sarasota County is going to come pick you up, and you'll see a judge when you get there. Thank you. Good morning. Your name?
Graylin Hughley.
Mr. Hughley. Looks like you've got several cases. You are here, sir, out of an out-of-county warrant from Hillsborough County, Florida. How many cases are there? Just one? Oh. Yes, okay, it's just a large packet. Okay. So, sir, you're here for an out-of-county warrant for a violation of probation. I guess there's 32 counts, that's why the packet's so large. Your bond is set at none. Hillsborough County is going to come pick you up, and you'll see a judge when you get there, sir. All right, thank you. What about Mr. Fernandez? Okay, so that will be for Judge Wish. What is this? Cesar Seda Pacheco, is that Spanish as well? Mr. Benjamin? Okay. Yeah, Mr. Simmons, do you want, I've appointed your office to represent Mr. Benjamin. I reset it from yesterday. Do you want me to just go ahead and set his bond? That way when the mental health board's gone, he can,
Is this the second IA or the third attempt? This is his third attempt and he didn't show up today?
well,
Yes.
it's mental health, it's not.
Right, yeah, so I don't think, I was hoping that maybe it would get fixed and maybe he would
could
show up,
come.
but after 3 tries, I think we would have to just go ahead and address it for him, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, so this is 19MM 8044, Mr. Corey Benjamin. He was arrested for loitering and prowling. There's probable cause. I've appointed the public defender. And his bond is $250. Your office can always file a motion once he's better.
Understood. And Your Honor, next up, we have Roberto Mendiola. State and I have discussed, and state has stipulated to an ROR with no contact and no return to the scene. I wasn't sure if you wanted to inquire.
I
Mr.
just
Mendiola.
need to take a look at a couple of things and then I'll decide.
Sure.
North Terry, is that the coalition?
What's that, Your Honor?
18 North Terry?
Yes, that's the Coalition for the Homeless, but after speaking with Mr. Mendiola, he believes that his position is going to change, and he's actually going to go to the transition house in St. Cloud.
They already accepted me, Your Honor.
Yes, yes, I read that in the motion, I just wanted to know in terms of not returning based upon.
Oh, yes, though 18 North Terry, that is
Yes.
Coalition.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You've already been accepted into the program in St. Cloud, the transition house?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Mendiola, I'm going to grant your motion subject to the following conditions. You are to maintain contact with your attorney. You are to appear for all court dates. You're not to have any contact with Michael Whitaker. You're not to return to the Coalition for the Homeless, sir. All right? No
Yes, ma'am.
weapons and no firearms as well.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
I believe that's everything. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
ROR, yeah.
There's that. And then, are we ready for the 33-day?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All these notes. We have 19 CF 12459 Joseph Penland.
We deny the state file of information and request to transfer from felonies to misdemeanors.
Okay. That'll be denied. Uh, 19 CF 12446 James Bostic.
We grant the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That'll be granted. 19 CF 12420 Kalijah Pompey.
That should be denied the state file information on 10-3.
That'll be denied. 19 CF 12272 Armando Acosta.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That'll be granted. 19 CF 11775 Richard McCausland.
That should be denied the state file information on 10-3.
That'll be denied. 19 CF 12430 Ronnie Lester.
That should be denied the state file information on 10-3.
That'll be denied. 19 CF 11148 Dario Mitchell.
That should be denied the state file information on 10-3.
That'll be denied. 19 CF 12434 Ashton Lang.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
That'll be granted. Good morning, I'm Judge Amy Carter. This is Courtroom 1, Session 2. Could I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, please?
Kathy Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
And Gary Simmons for the Office of the Public Defender.
Thank you, Mr. Simmons. Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Johnson refused.
Okay, I'm going to find a waiver of Mr. Johnson's appearance based upon his refusal to come to court. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him in case number 19 CF 13942. He was arrested for aggravated battery, robbery, battery on a person 65 years of age or older, and grand theft third degree. There's probable cause for the offenses. Bond on count 1 is $5,000. Bond on count 2 is $150. Bond on count 3 is $1,500. Bond on count 4 is $150. He's not to have any contact with Gemma Caraban or his co-defendant, or possess any weapons or any firearms. Sir, good morning. Your name?
John Lemon.
Mr. Lemon, you, sir, are here in 19 CF 13938. You were arrested for possession of cocaine. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, sir. You need to make sure that you stay in contact with your lawyer and that you're aware of your next court date. Otherwise, a warrant will be issued for your arrest with no bond. You're also not to return to the Royal Inn, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning. Your name?
Ebony Meyer.
Ms. Meyer, this is 19 CF 13937. You were arrested for possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting officer without violence. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You are not to return. This is a different case. To Heritage Square Park. Your bond on count 1 is 500, your bond on count 2 is 100, your bond on count 3 is 100. Thank you.
Your Honor, it appears that the bond amounts of 500, 100, and 100, she will not be able to afford, and she's asking for ROR at this time.
Ms. Meyer, my concern with releasing you ROR is you have 5 failures to appear most recently in 2018. So at this time, I'm not willing to release you on your own recognizance.
I haven't been to jail since last year, though. I haven't caused no trouble. I haven't been doing anything wrong.
I understand,
Can you
ma'am.
please take it into consideration and probably give me a chance?
Where are you living?
I'm living downtown by the Coalition right now, but I'm working on getting a job, and I stay out of trouble for the most part. I was just out late last night. I'd really appreciate it.
Rachel, can you tell me when her last conviction was and for what?
Because I'll stay out of trouble. I won't do
Battery
nothing.
on Leo, 9/18/2019.
When?
It says 2019.
9/18/2019?
Yes.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
Thank you.
Make sure Your Honor, I'm gonna look at county ID.
Just with that offense, it seems odd she wouldn't be on probation or.
No, because I'm not a bad person. I don't.
Just a second.
I have a municipal ordinance case that is from February of this year, 2019. I have a sitting lying on the sidewalk.
Yes, thanks, sir.
Sitting on the sidewalk. I was just sitting on the sidewalk. Like, I don't bother nobody, ma'am.
Ms. Meyer, just give me a second, okay?
Okay.
I heard what you said.
Thank you.
All right, and I'm considering it.
Okay.
So just the ordinances?
Yeah, then I see a number of mental health issues, but not.
Okay. So Ms. Meyer, you're not currently working?
No, sir, ma'am, but I'm working on getting a job, and I have friends who work.
You're not gonna leave the Orlando area?
No, ma'am, I won't.
Okay, you're gonna come back to court?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so you're also not gonna use any drugs?
No, ma'am.
All right. All right, Ms. Meyer, I'm gonna give you a chance,
All right, thank you.
okay? You need to stay in contact with your lawyer. I want you to contact them within 24 hours of getting released from the jail to let them know how to get in contact with you because you need to make sure you come back to court or there's gonna be a no bond warrant,
Yes, ma'am, I will.
okay? Thank you, ma'am.
So I'll be getting out today?
Yeah. And then this is a telephone.
So, I'll be getting out today, and what time, when will I go get the paperwork to let me know when I'm coming back to court?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, ma'am.
I'm gonna check into that.
That's okay.
Because in Orange County, that was just sitting on the sidewalks, but it could be in another county, we'll look into it.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you Mr. Pettit?
Yes,
Sir,
ma'am.
this is 19 CF 1646. You failed to appear for pretrial conference on September 25th
Yes.
of this year, sir. Your bond is set at none. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you if they weren't previously appointed. You'll have to have your lawyer file a motion with the trial judge to see about getting a bond.
I wasn't worried about a bond, man. I was going to court like every month, and my pretrial release officer, Barola, I go there every month walking. I just missed it because I had like an in-house seizure, and nobody woke me up until my mom got there around like 5, 6
So
o'clock.
I understand, Mr. Wright, you have to have your lawyer, though, file a motion regarding the capias that the trial judge issued, and you can explain why you missed court at that time, okay?
Okay, so
Thank you,
how long I do it here?
You gotta get in front of the other judge, all right? Call us, and we'll get you in front of the other judge as soon as possible. This number right up here. All right, you can use your pen.
Ma'am, good morning, your name?
LaQuisha Stevenson.
Ms. Stevenson, this is 19 CF 13940. You were arrested for grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle, possession of cocaine. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in your cases this morning. Your bond on count 1 is $1,000. Your bond on count 2 is $150. And in 19 CF 13943, you were arrested for introducing contraband into a county facility in possession of methamphetamine. There is probable cause for those offenses. Your bond on count 1 will be $150. Your bond on count 2 will be $150. You also have 19 CT 7296, driving without a valid driver's license. There is probable cause as well for that offense, and your bond will be $100. Thank you, ma'am.
We have 3 cases. Your Honor, she believes she may be eligible for pretrial release. She's not. Yeah, so they may have been previously, but they found something, so now.
Yeah, they introduced it, probably.
Okay.
Sir? Good morning, your name?
Javier Williams.
Mr. Williams, you were here in 19 CF 13939. You were arrested for possession of methamphetamine. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. And your bond is $1,000, sir. Thank you.
Your Honor, it was Osceola County where she was convicted for battery on Rio, just for that reason.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Yeah.
So that access to see if she was on probation or anything.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, your name?
Roger.
Anthony Thomas Belot.
Sir, you were here in 19 MM 8110. You were arrested for trespass on property after warning and resisting officer without violence. There's probable cause. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer related to Mr. Bilot?
Yes, it was a withhold, credit time served, and no return to the scene. He would like to enter a plea of no contest at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bilot. I need you to sign the plea form, please.
Sign it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna give you one.
Okay.
One day, thank you. Sir, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
Negative.
Are you on probation?
Negative.
Do you understand if you are not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
Negative.
I will accept your plea, withhold adjudication, sentence you to 1 day in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 1 day time served. You are not to return to 50 East Central Boulevard. You're going to have to pay court costs, which are due by October 4th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing. Thank you, sir.
How much is it?
Just need to-
So am I out there?
You're out today. All right.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
She's tomorrow, Trevor.
Ms. Trawick, this is 19MM8108. You were arrested for trespass on property after warning. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Ms. Trawick?
Yes, there was, Your Honor. It's adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and no return to the scene.
All right. Ms. Trawick, did you want to accept the offer?
Yes.
All right. Sign the plea form, please. Ms. Trawick, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No.
Are you on probation?
No.
Do you understand if you are not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to
No.
understand what's happening in court today?
No.
All right, ma'am.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You cannot return to the Royal Inn. And ma'am, I believe you've been trespassed from there, so if you do return, every time you go, they are going to have you arrested. Do you understand?
Yes,
So don't
ma'am.
go back.
Okay, thank you.
You're gonna have to pay court costs, which are due by October 4th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, ma'am. Good morning, sir.
How you doing? Good morning.
Your name?
DeAndre Riley.
Mr. Riley, you're here for an out-of-county warrant from Indian River County related to communication fraud of $300 or more, uttering a forged check, grand theft third degree, and criminal use of a personal ID. Your bond is set at none, sir. Indian River County is going to come and pick you up, and you'll see a judge when you get there.
All right,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Good morning, Patrick Woods.
Mr. Woods, you are also here for an oh, no, you're not. This is a city or county ordinance. You're here in 19 MO 1681. You were arrested for open container and possession of drug paraphernalia. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Woods?
There was, Your Honor. However, it looks like he's on probation.
Okay. Is there a hold for him?
Violation of parole, it says there was.
It's parole or probation? Parole. Okay. Mr. Woods, I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance at this time. When you leave court, or when you leave the jail today, they're gonna give you a court date that you need to appear at. You're also gonna wanna make sure that the clerk's office has a way to get in contact with you. If you don't show up for court, there'll be a no bond warrant issued for your arrest. 19 MO 1681. Oh, okay, then they can address it. It's not Florida though, because we don't have parole. We're good.
He's
Are you on parole in Florida for a Florida case? Because I don't.
CRD, I got 30 days left on it.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's conditional release.
For Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't know we had that. I didn't think we had a parole system in Florida anymore.
No, we don't. It's conditional release. It's, like I say, I got 30 days of it.
All right.
And so there's
do
currently no hold?
I believe there is.
There is. Okay, so the RO is going to release you on this, but you're still going to be.
You have the hold. So once the hold is resolved on the conditional release, you'll be released. Okay?
The number you can call our office. We'll try and help you with that. Okay.
Who's actually looking on that warrant for the parole? So we'll have to.
Right. I'm just wondering if it would be better for him to just stay. Because it's an MO case, he can always come in and plea it out once the hold is released. I mean, he just has he'll have that case hanging around.
Right. Yeah, we'll try and talk to him confidentially.
All right. I just don't want him to end up failing to appear on an open container and sitting back here. Okay. Good morning, your name?
Natasha Anderson.
Oh, yes, Ms. Anderson. I have not heard back. I did email Judge Young, as I told you I would. I have not heard back from him. But I will certainly continue to check my email throughout the day. If I receive a response, I'll let my JA know, and then she can let the parties know what he said, and then your lawyer can relay that information to you. If it's granted, if he says that he'll allow you to have a bond, I would just reinstate the ROR, because you were ROR'd on that case. So if it's yes, then you'll end up getting released, and I guess you'll know that way. If you don't get released, then he declined to allow the bond. Okay? Thank you, ma'am. Okay. And then what about Emmanuel Santana? Medical. Still medical? Okay, we'll reset that one. And then we have Dennis Osario Rivera. What was I supposed to do on, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do on this case.
Wants to know if you want to take action on his out of bond for Osceola.
No, I do not. Okay, so that's the only, okay. All right.